Hi guys and girls, it's Pete, Mindwiseman's channel, aka Maverick Outdoors, and today's Friday the 25th of April 2014, and it's just gone 7 o'clock in the evening, and just arrived a little while ago in this woods for the preppers meet, which has been arranged by Roach, Armouredcockroach and Funkyprepper, and people that have been following our channels. There's about sort of 4 or 5 of us, people that said they want to sort of meet up, do outdoors stuff with us, and I think we've got it actually fully booked up, so everyone's going to be arriving properly tomorrow on Saturday. That's when it starts, 9 PM. Through that gap over there is farmland, which is quite open ground, so we're surrounded by, so it's a functioning farm, it's a free range farm, and Roach had actually arranged have this location for the meetup, and it's been a really good response. So I'm going to get settled now. This is where I'm going to be, just here. Got my kit. Basically I'm just going to do a simple lean-to, have it sort of coming across over to there and then just leaning down. There's a decent bit of ground here. Over the past few weeks a lot of nettles have actually grown up, so I've had to sort of take down some of the shrub, and then to actually find if there's decent ground. As you can see just down here, it's reasonably flat, slight slant coming down this way, so my head will be that end, my feet will be this end. Anyway, I'm going to get stuck into knocking up my basher now and sorting out my shelter. So I'm settled before dark because we've got about another, I don't know, hour and a bit of daylight, and the weather's held off. It was absolutely raining drive for me to get here. It was absolutely pouring down with rain, but it's held off, and I think maybe the breeze might blow it over, so we might have slightly milder weather tomorrow. Even if it's a little bit wet, a little bit damp, with the odd shower here and there, you know, it's going to be no big deal. But it's just obviously the drier the weather is, the more things you can do. So we're going to be tallying up with all our subscriber followers and people with outdoors interest, from wild campers, bushcrafters, preppers, survivalists interest, from newbies to experienced people. We're all going to be tallying up with them tomorrow. Anyway, back to getting my shelter out of this bag and get it all sorted so I'm well covered, just in case we do get a spot of rain. But it's just looking sort of very light overcast without any heavy clouds, and it's held off so far, so all good stuff. Good morning, it's now Saturday the 26th at 9 o'clock in the morning, and as you can see I've got sort of set up. Last night we had a bit of a chill night between 4 or 5 of us that have been involved with this meetup over the weekend, and before the onslaught of everyone arriving on the Saturday morning, which is going to be any time from now really, we had a bit of a chill time sitting around a campfire and cooking up some food. So I took my old mess tin over, which is got a little bit dirtied up over there, and where the lads are over there, they got like a fire drum instead of a fire pit. As you can see, I've got my sort of favourite lean-to configuration of the tarp with a centre point pulled up just there, so then I can defy gravity and sit up, and it's just missing my head. So that's the setup I've got. When I actually came over to sort of recce the sort of space I wanted to be, because I want to be more into the woods rather than on the boundary, although there is a field over there where you can see a couple of cows chewing the cud out on the grassy field. But I want to be a bit more in the woodland, but be accessible to the lads, so we can help with any coordination that needs doing. But so the objective behind this weekend was basically Roach's idea. He sort of organised it on this farm at Ardeley, Church Farm, and it was really based on the idea that over a period of time we've had requests from our YouTube subscribers, you know, we'd like to meet up and go wild camping and practice some skills, and you know, you've inspired us to do this, that and the other. You can't respond to everybody's request, you know, because there's only 24 hours in a day and 7 days in a week. So Mike of Armouredcockroach channel approached a couple of us and said, look, what about if I arrange this location and we put the word out, and the first 100 people, first come first served, can book for from Saturday morning at 9 o'clock arrive, set up. Although there were a few people that actually independently booked an extra night, and there was about 30 people here last night, besides myself, Funkyprepper, V of Wild Soul 62, and Richard of Lone Wolf. So we just got together and had a bit of chill time, say around the fire drum, and then eventually settled about, must be about 2-3 o'clock in the morning. So now it's getting on for about 9:30, and we're going to get ready for the arrival of people that basically want to come and meet us and share maybe some skills with each other. But this weekend it's just really informal. As far as we know, it's the first time that some UK or British YouTube channels of outdoor pursuits, interest, wild camping, bushcraft, that sort of thing, that a couple of YouTube channels have got together and arranged a meet at this sort of magnitude, I suppose, of this amount of people, to sort of tally up based on the subscribers who have been inspired and interested by the YouTube channels they watch. So I've got some guys now arriving. So I've got some people that have arrived. As I say, it's come for 9:30. But anyway, I'm going to make up some food now. I've got some all-day breakfast. So that's just going to be quick and easy. The lads over on the fire drum, they're knocking up a fry-up, so... But, aha, look at them. Oat cakes. When me and Funky were sitting around late last night, about 2 o'clock in the morning, two guys that are about 10 metres away from where Roach's and Richard's setup is, came over and said, hi guys, let's introduce ourselves. We've got you some scoff, all the way from Shropshire. So had a bit of a chin wag, so I think some of that is going to go in some of that, spot on. So what I'm going to do now is get my primers going, get some food on the go, and get the day on the go as well, and catch you in a little while when we do a bit more of a recce of the surrounding area. Okay, you can see people have started to arrive and set up, so I've got about 2/3 of my coffee left, washed down some of the breakfast that I just had, and taking a little traipse through a little beaten down track that I made to go over to Roach's place. They're over there. Good idea if you are going to make a path through the nettles, which obviously overgrown since the last time the guys came up here, is beat them down, because if it rains they're going to get soaking wet, and of course when you're walking through them like that your trousers are going to get wet. But obviously beating them down beforehand, and just having comments now that Mr. Schizoid is talking to himself a bit too much nowadays. Okay, so this is some of the south-facing field and meadows where the cows are, and coming back into the woods where I just had the last scene of the setup of Richard, Roach and V's pitch. Now walking back towards it. Since then we've had loads of people coming up to us, finding us and thanking us for, especially Roach, for organising this, and for our YouTube channel followers to be able to attend this event. So a good few hours have passed. It's now coming up to sort of 3 o'clock, and Rich He's all right, mate. He's preparing loads of veg for some stuff.
For the troops.
Spot on. It's Funky. Hello. Right, who are you?
I just wanted to come and say hello.
Oh, cheers, buddy.
Yeah, you're welcome, mate. You okay?
Yeah, it's just filming each other. Great stuff. All right, mate. Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you.
I caught you last night on the car park.
Oh, that's right. Of course, yeah. You didn't have your hat on. Yeah, duh. Wake up, Peter. And I thought it was Roach as well coming to pick me up. Yeah, this gentleman's come here with his family. Drove down yesterday. There's V with a grill. Funks. And there's Roach. You've come down from Bolton, Manchester. Well, whoa, there's dedication. Thumbs up to the man. Thumbs up to the man. Thanks very much for coming. It's really great. Yeah, and so you've got 3 kids?
3 kids.
3 kids and your missus as well?
Yeah, well, I've got 2 kids with me. The other lad's home and stay at home. So.
Right, okay.
This lad and the little girl.
Right.
And they're in the cabin.
Right, okay. Yeah, this is what we've been getting all day with people sort of camped up through the woods out in the fields, which has been really great. And the weather's held off. Sun's trying to skim through up there, look. Oh yeah, alright, Pete, okay. Hello, girls.
Who's the crazy man with a camera? Look.
See you. I'll show you a hand. Say hello. Hello, how'd you do? Thank you very much. Hello. Oh, you're not letting go. Hello, how are you? You alright?
Okay.
Good, good. You come down and see what we're doing. 2 more chaps come to check it out. Alright, chaps.
How are you?
Alright.
Get me, yeah?
And you guys.
This is where I stole all the smoke.
Would you like a biscuit?
Oh yeah, I like a
Someone taking a film photograph of us.
You see the good bits, not the burnt
Yeah, get him and take a picture with us with your camera.
I'll take a still from that one. We've got a power drop coming in at RV down on Church, CH.
ERV situated 20 degrees west. Fixed bayonets.
Where's nothing?
Did you hear what he said? Fixed bayonets.
Oh god, this is a...
We're down here. Well, this is where we are, just along here. You're there.
Yeah, we're right there. That's right. There you go. So all we do,
put my CD up for him.
Yeah.
just get onto that main path.
Yeah, up there.
All the way.
Yeah, and my car's parked actually there.
Yeah, when you come to here, you've got all these like black cabins and stuff.
Right.
Car park. Just walk straight through the car park.
Yeah.
And when you come up to there, you got like this
Cross the
building
road
there.
into the pub opposite, yeah?
You just keep going like that. Look for Bradford. That's where you want to go, mate. A lot of tea towels up there. Got found in.
A few bashes in the woods.
Sorry guys, nice to meet you.
That's all right, yeah. And to meet you as well. Let's get it on camera.
Robertson.
Lee Robertson, hi Lee. Pleased to meet you, mate. Thanks for turning up.
Yeah.
So the invite to this do, like-minded people and all that.
Nice to be in the great outdoors.
Yeah.
In such fantastic weather.
All right, mate.
All right, mate. Just what?
I thought it was going to shove it down the rain. It did this morning when I left home.
Right, yeah, we caught a little bit of the rain when just at daylight this morning, but then it sort of died off, and we're really blessed to have the weather as it is now. Oh, a few more people up there, look.
Yeah, I'm up there.
A few more bivvies. There's a pile of wood just in the middle there for people to have their fires, take the fuel for the fires. But just having a little walk around really, you know, to see who else is about. But the response has been absolutely phenomenal. People have been, you know, really appreciative that this has been laid on for them, and you know, we're really humbled by it. As I say, I think this is the biggest group of people that have accumulated from invites to do with YouTube followers. You know, the 4 or 5 of us that are here today, I've got our YouTube followers turning up for this event, and it's just really nice, and the sun coming out, it just makes all the difference, especially for the families. Right, what's your name?
Keith Files.
Keith Files. And this is the sort of stuff he makes, look. Little neck knife, spot on, look at that, quality, that's really nice. And do you do make different sizes? Or is there particular styles that you make?
Well, this one, I made it because I made it for nothing.
Yeah, that again. Yeah, plate off a lawnmower.
That's a plate off a lawnmower.
Yeah.
And it's been, this is a bit of sapele that come out of a skip.
Right.
These are some cocktail sticks that hold it together. There's
Oh,
30
right.
of them in there.
Blinking hell.
And this inlay scaling is a chopstick
Right.
cut to the end.
All right.
Pins for it.
Wow.
Pegged up. This is a piece of a file.
Yeah.
And this is a piece of brass pinning.
Yeah.
Offset. That's it.
Brilliant.
Bit of lever at the end to stop it.
Great. This is all his other stuff.
These are
Wow.
some of his knives, yeah, exactly.
Some selection of knives
He
this
does
guy makes.
all kinds of different ones.
Oh, it's great. It's great seeing that sort of, you know, without sort of an event like this, we wouldn't have a chance to come across you guys and seeing something like this, you know, so original and different. Wow, yeah.
That's a nice drop on that.
Right.
Drop on it so that, because I've got a funny wrist.
Right, okay.
And I think other people have as well. It's their own. If you hold that and point it outwards.
Okay, yeah.
Get it?
Yeah, yeah, right, yeah. The joint of the wrist, it's more ergonomically shaped for the curve of it. Right, if that makes sense, yeah. Oh, blinking hell. And what's that made out of?
That's a furrier's rasp.
Right.
Basically a nail file for an horse.
Yeah.
It's got a safety, that's it, feature.
Okay. Oh, right. And that's another rasp.
Yeah.
Take for right. And that's got a slightly smaller blade, but
Yeah.
right.
It feels right.
Yeah. Index finger and then the other three and then the thumb either
The
side on
thing
the
to get
top.
right is the belly on the knife.
Okay.
And because if you get it wrong, you'll know. Because
Right.
you grab it and you think, no, that ain't right.
Right, okay.
Straight away, they'll bite you there.
Right.
But they've got to be sort of really.
Brill.
They just sort of caress the middle of your hand.
Yeah.
You know it's there, but it's not irritating you in any way.
Yeah, right. It's not as if there's an effort to hold it. It
No.
just fits in as if it's another part of your hand.
Ones
Yeah.
which you make, obviously makes the sheaths himself as well. And some of
Right.
some are just sort of, you know,
Oh, right.
repurposed knives.
Yeah.
If you read on the side, you'll see what it was.
Yeah.
You
Honestly.
read on the side what it says.
On the blade.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Is on to read something.
You're going to be there for hours now, mate.
Oh, I see. So that's what it says. Bread knife. Oh, that's always the best ones, isn't it? What you least expect. It's like something
Left it on
unique
there
that's
for a
made
laugh,
out of it.
but basically,
That's one he likes for girls.
Oh, right.
that's more of one for a lady. But
Bit more of that. And is that from a cutlery? Oh no. What's the end of that? Is that a rasp as well? Something from a?
no, that's actually a piece of 01 tool steel.
Okay.
That's a proper piece of metal.
All right, chaps. I think I'll sit down with you just for a mo before I take the long trek up to the.
Were you going up to the shop?
Yeah, just have a little deco up there, have a bit of a wreck here, and then just see what's out in the field. And we've got a couple of. Is that your shoot over there? Is it? Ah, spot on. Yeah, have a quick look round. Show me around your abode. And where are you?
I'm over in the field, Pete.
Oh, right. But you thought you'd come and get a bit more rustic out here.
In the wood.
That's obviously Sandy in there.
Yep.
Wheelchair man. Massive, great parachute. Look, big setup in here. Oh, there's plenty of space. Look at that.
It's a full pedal mouse.
Oh, brilliant! Look at that. Oh, what a setup. You're right.
Simon?
Hi, Simon. All right, pleased to meet you, mate. What a setup in here. Great stuff. Oh, this is what you're saying, use as storage. You could use it as a bed, but otherwise as storage as well. It holds the heat in here as well.
Yeah,
doesn't it? I'd imagine during the
about
summer.
10
it'd get-
degrees warmer in here than it is
Yeah, blinking hell.
in the and outside.
Okay, what little gadget we got here?
Yeah, it's an ordinary Black Widow, and
Yeah.
what I've done is rather than where the normal where people put the arrow mounts onto them, you
Yeah.
can't. You've got to take the whole thing off in order to be able to fire normal
Right.
slingshot ammo.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've designed this around so that you could actually literally just do that, flip it around, and then you're in
Right, okay, yeah.
to arrow mode
Okay, yeah.
without having to take the whole lot off, and I can still close
Right.
that up. And
Yeah.
then on the bottom one, all I do is just unthread that, and then put it on the,
Right.
and then put that on there like that. Eventually,
Yeah.
and then screw it up like that,
Right.
and then I've got me fishing line attachment, or as a case of putting a line over a
Oh,
tree.
spot on.
So,
2 in 1.
2 in 1. Yeah.
So if while you're fishing you need to catty something, you can do that.
And I can actually use this as a just a normal hobo fishing kit.
All right.
Straight out, and inside is like all the fishing gear inside the actual unit. But,
brilliant.
Yeah, so it's just something I've been working on for ages.
Yeah. Well, you've seen it there first here, folks.
Yeah, you've seen it. Yeah. Anybody
Brilliant.
wants to copy it, please feel free to do so.
Yeah. Brilliant, mate.
Yeah.
And this should have been featured in
well, yeah, it should
the
have been
Preppers documentary where this man was on, number 2.
Yes.
Load of kit, but obviously with editing a lot of the TV programmes, a lot of stuff's missed out. But this is another sort of dab-hand little skills that
just,
people
I mean,
like
it's nothing fancy. It's nothing sort of ground, record breaking or anything like that. It's just that it.
Just improvising something and making it,
and it
simple.
works, just trial and error.
Yeah.
Because initially, what this piece under here, it wraps all the way around, so you couldn't actually close that up normal.
Yeah.
And then it had a piece coming off the top here, which had this bit on it.
Yeah.
And then basically, I thought, well, if I just do a few quick tweaks and modifications, you get the, you get it to work.
Yeah.
And hopefully that's me sharing something back to the rest of the YouTube community.
Right, so we're going on over here. So a pile of firewood. Another farmland, farm field over there. So that's where we walked from. My pitch is somewhere in the woods over there. We come all along here. And then over this sort of course gate. Farm field, some lads congregating and ready to make our way up that way to get to the shop and just see what the facilities are. Here we are, one person feeding in someone else. Which is called Longbottom's Field, and again it's over in that corner. Now ready to walk up this track to where some of the units are in the farm shop. Okay, we're just on the track behind us. Built up part of the farm complex. Lots of different facilities here, away from the woods. Plenty of parking, obviously units for the function of the farm. And we've got to go somewhere over there to get to the shop. Okay, so that's the come through the car park. Got all the other little facilities around here. So people can actually visit this farm, that's the uniqueness of it, and enjoy the experience with their kids, but if they live local or haven't got far to travel. So they cater for schools. And there's a little farm shop and tea room, you see. Sunny day, so people are making the most of it on Saturday afternoon. All good stuff. Going in the farm shop. So we've got everything in here. Look at all that bread, cakes, full of yumminess in here. Eggs. Right, I'm going to assess what I'm going to buy now. So you've got all the amenities you need, sort of fresh meat, veg, all that sort of thing. Stuff in the freezer. Right, I'm going to tag on some yummy stuff now. Okay, so I've got a rustic French stick bread and some minted lamb sausages ready for a snack later on tonight, but we're cooking up stew for the main meal later on this afternoon, but this is just for an extra little bit of munchies later on tonight. So the clouds clearing, look at that, the sun up there. Okay, so I just trekked across the field with a few tuck food bits. Put them by Roach and Richard's pitch, ready for later, bit of supper. But we've got a stew on the go, so what I've got to do now is peel and cut some potatoes, ready to put in the stew pot, because it's been stewing for about an hour, and we've got another good hour. Nice slow cook, tender meat. So I've got my potatoes somewhere in that green bag, so I'm going to peel them, cut them to size, and then put them straight into the stew pot when we get down there. So, back to my little abode. Yeah, just one little thing about my abode, my setup. Again, you've seen this setup so many times before, but I was looking round for where I could have the 2 horizontal ends to take the outer edge, and then something in the centre to pull that up to have this seating area, which as well, you know, I always like to have. So of course, just looking back, it was quite central. Sort of after scanning around, just seeing the sort of spot I wanted to be, where I was going to get the sunlight, where there wasn't too much overhang of maybe any branches, but say it's a well-maintained wood, this, so there's no problem safety factors there. But I say I was sort of looking around, I thought actually I just want it off the beaten track a little bit. I can see the field over there, see the cows, a nice little bit of scenery, and this just did well. 2 uprights at the side and then the centre line, and as soon as I eyed into that I knew this was the pitch. And then of course when I cleared some of the shrub, it's reasonably level, but there's some areas over there you can clear the shrub and the nettles and it's quite uneven, so this just fitted nicely. The right proportioned uprights for the tarp and the right ground level to be comfortable when I'm laying down. So anyway, I'm going to get the potatoes on the go now. Okay, so I just prepped some extra veg besides the potatoes. You can see chopped up potatoes, a bit of onion, sliced up 4 cloves of garlic, a bit of carrot and some sweet red pepper, all ready to go in the pot. You'll see in a moment. Okay, it's come up to about 6:30 and the stew's been on the stew for about, maybe coming up about 3 hours now, and we're just sitting around Roach and Rich. There's Funky P, Rich over there, Armouredcockroach, Mike, and there's V, Waltole 62, and here's Dave chopping some wood for us, earning his keep.
I'll tell you what, it's lovely. I think the stew's about
yummy.
It's beautiful, it's just right.
And there he's in my mess tin. Sit on the old non-struggling chair. Oh, spot on, mate, thank you very much. Oh, it's looking good, isn't it? Oh, this is a life. Absolutely brilliant.
It is actually perfect.
Right, I'm going to tuck into this scuff. Get that down my throat.
Who's that? Have you seen him? Never seen him?
No, I just woke up and he was getting off around now and again. My wife's still alive, but... And there was a cigar left by me.
But it's like it's the portable travelling thing, that's the thing. Trying to get you on your own. Oh, God. I've got to be careful when I stand up. Oh, that's... Oh, right, Dave, thanks. Fuck's sake. Would you?
Just thought of my new name, Cinderella.
Cinderella motherfucker.
How many teeth?
I'd love it. I wouldn't say no. I'm alright, thank you.
Yeah, so, there you go. So it went back in, it went in.
Yeah, please.
Not lost out.
What are you like?
Funky teeth.
No, I'm fine, thank you, mate. I've got more than enough in my plate. Back in that, if you want, mate. You better hurry up, Pete. I'm going to eat all your dinner, mate. I'm a mess tin number 2. Oh, wow. Sorry, can you say something?
Yeah. King Arthur, then it was.
Fucking Tom and Jerry, don't we?
One day, mate.
Brilliant, thanks. Big baby. But here comes the train.
I've got chicken tikka and rice waiting for me.
Okay. Do you know what? I'm happy with mine. You've got 2 charges out of this, full charges.
It's fine. I'll say that I've really... Yeah, this is charging my phone now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that's where we walked over. So we walked over to get to the farm shop. Just going to do some footage now of coming up this path. We're coming through the centre of the woods now, where people have been putting up bashers. And See what some lads are up to. Right, chaps. All right.
Hello, mate.
Good to see you. More people just pitched up over there. Go a little bit further up, campfires. Coming further centre up through the middle of the woods. So if you imagine my bash is over that direction, so sort of getting the bearings. So we're going to go up here. Hiya. Yes, mate, thanks. Literally can't see your neck of the woods, see what's going on.
Nice to see you with that quiet, mate.
Cheers, mate. That's my handshaking out. Alright, chaps. Alright. I'll see you later. Alright. You comfy over there? Good one, spot on. So just a bit of banter with that group of guys. Another basher over there. So we've got another one. A bit more undergrowth over here. I think there might be some more people over this far end. So this is the under end of the woods from where I'm pitched. And it's a little bit broader this side. Oh, there's someone a basher in there, by the looks of it. Yep. You alright? Tarp bashed. A few tarps over there, through the woods. Just coming to this outer perimeter, just along here. You can hear the echoing voices in the background. The guys having a bit of banter around the campfire. That's one of the huts, which if you want a little bit more comfort and less exposed to the elements. Two young lads over there. Right, chaps. You're right. Come to the edge of one of the fields now where the livestock are. So I'm now walking down the outside flank of the opposite parallel line to where I've just walked up. Okay, I'm going up a small little track, single lane track, trying to get my bearings, but where the actual tents are set up, and I've just passed 3 or 4 people again saying they really appreciate, you know, this being organised, the meet up and what have you. It's been really sort of some funny banter, a few sort of mickey taking, having some jokes, but everyone's been such a good mood and attitude to each other, all sort of inviting each other into their fire spaces, and someone just said, oh, where you pitched, I've got a gift for you, and it's like, whoa, you know, it's really humbling for people's response, but it was really great to get, you know, the people that have supported our channels and followed us, that felt they've been inspired to get out, whether on a canoe, wild camping, bushcrafting, whatever, from, you know, experienced people to newbies, people just starting on their outdoorsy journey, as I call it. It's just really good to get them together and have the chance to do this, so hopefully there'll be more in the near future as well. But I should have a bit more light in a moment as I come out of this little avenue of trees either side of this drive to actually see where all the tents are. A bit more near daylight that's just about left. Here we go, I've just come out of that tunnel of a pathway or track that's come up to here, and I think there's an opening just up there on the left. But again, seeing how vast this farm is, again my bearings basically I'm sort of camped right over there, so you can sort of see where I've come to. But I'll be entering the tent field in a moment. Here we go. Bit of daylight left. What's the time? It's about 8:30. Right, just going to just check out. Coming into this field. This one's called Uppany Field. People camped up. Tents. 4x4s. Minibuses, camper vans. Here we go. Alright chaps, you're right. Nice one chaps. Yeah, fire space, sacred fire space, all hail the fire space. Nice one, oh good, you could have got some fuel up here. Was it easy getting it up here? And you mate, shaking hands. Oh right, yeah. Oh brilliant. Have you? Just started getting outdoors and...
Yeah, well, I've been
had interest in it, but
I've just started doing some videos.
Right, okay, brilliant.
I've only done like 12 or 13, I think. That's what I've said.
Okay.
But
good.
Yeah, loving it. Loving it.
Great stuff.
Cool.
Good one. It's good that you guys, you know, will put yourselves to sort of want to turn up and, you know, just chew the cud and have a crack and you know, yeah. With you know, we're not the only nutters that we've been saying with a few conversations with each other. We said earlier, wasn't it? We ain't the only nutters.
Yeah.
There's other people that want to do it as well. Hello, mate. It's Sandy, Jack Law Knives. Hello, mate. You're gonna shake hands while filming each other. How weird is this? I mean, get a grip, people. You're right, mate.
I went looking for you.
Did you?
I couldn't find you. Apparently, when I went looking for you, you went to the shops.
Oh right, yeah. That was mid-afternoon. Yeah. So now we feel you're right.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I had your beep going, but I didn't want to disturb you because Sandy's got his CB radio kit and everything.
Oh yeah, I'm over in this teepee here.
Oh right, yeah.
Oh, I've got to show you this, Pete.
Right.
You know, it's the latest. Well, you don't have to shot on your.
Yeah. No, go on. No.
You need to turn your camera off.
Oh right,
anyway.
okay.
But,
Right. I'll take some stills of this in a little while, but this is
It's my latest
Jack Law knife. You can't see it because we're getting a bit dusky dark, but I'm going to do a still of it and you guys can see it.
It's the level I've reached now. I'm really happy with it.
Is it? Right, let's do a still of it.
A stew on. We've got sauteed potatoes in the pan.
Yeah, the old 2-burner stove, mate.
Yeah.
Really nice one.
The pan came from Australia, of all places.
Did it?
And this is my my sleeping quarters for tonight.
Right.
I've got
Spot
the Polish mat on a fold-out camping cot, they're called.
Right.
But I'm not a baby.
And is it the same this side?
Lee's on a cart bed, I think.
Right.
Really, really comfortable. But having
Brilliant.
said that, that was quite expensive, whereas this was quite cheap. But with combined with the Polish mat, I slept like a baby on it.
Did you?
Really, really comfortable. And these are
It looks comfy, it looks good. Looks good, especially for your long-term base camp.
Yeah, I mean it's not overly large, but I mean for the sort of things that I do.
Yeah.
You know, you look at 3 metres height. You've got the
Brilliant,
facility to
plenty of space.
You can remove that and make it into a chimney.
Right.
You
Yeah.
can even have an open fire in here if you want to.
Right.
But I've also got the Frontier stove, so I can put the Frontier stove in the winter and heat it and keep warm with that.
Right. Yeah.
Really pleased with it.
Good.
And it wasn't overly expensive.
Right.
You know, Bison Tundra, it cost me just over 400 quid.
Right. Okay.
You know, really happy.
But it's proper living quarters, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
you can get up without having to bang your head on a wet tarp and you know really sort of.
It's
get
comfortable for two. I mean, we've had 2 of us sat on here, and then we've had 2 or 3 other guys in here.
Right. Yeah.
And you have a nice chat.
Let me take an outside view of it. Yeah. I mean, it's proper living quarters.
Yeah.
Massive. Let's see Sandy come out so you can see the perspective of it.
And there's me Tilly lamp. I've had that for about 30 odd years.
Yeah, decided to get it out. Covered in moths and rust and oh, spot on, mate.
Works well though.
Yeah,
they were made in Northern Ireland. They don't make them no more.
Right.
But you can still buy them cheap off eBay, and then you've got to get parts and rebuild
Right.
them. But
Yeah, and sometimes the glass might be inferior to
and
the
also
original quality.
It's the vaporizer tube. You might have to replace that, but once you get them, I mean, you've got them for life.
Okay, so I just left the tent site. I'm walking down this tree arch tunnel trackway, and So I'm going to put the torch onto the gradient where I'm walking, and had a bit of banter with the lads that are over on the tent site. So yeah, it's really good atmosphere over there as well, and they're all cooking up some food, and it is a really clear starry night. I mean, I'm looking up now and there's not a cloud in the sky, so it's been brilliant, especially for people that brought their children. It's been clear sky and been great outdoors weather for the kids to play out as well, and sort of building shelters and cooking over the campfire, so it's been great. Anyway, I'm going to trudge on now. Okay, it's now 9:30 in the morning on Sunday the 27th. After I made my way down that sort of little arched tree trackway from the tent site, I sort of marauded through with my flashlight through other parts of the woods and came across some more basher setups and tarps, and had a bit of a chin wag and a bit of banter with some other groups of people around their fire space. And eventually got back to, if I call it sort of like base camp, where Roach and Richard are, where we had our stew last night. We did some of those minted lamb sausages that I got from the farm shop, and some of that sort of rustic French bread, and made some sapling skewers out of a few small sort of sapling branches, sort of stripped off the bark, and skewered the sausages, and then sort of just had them hanging over on the stick, just about sort of 6 to 12 inches away from the coals of the fire, about sort of 10:30 last night. And that was a nice sort of little supper, late night bite to eat. It continued to be a really clear night. The stars were really bright, there was no haziness to the sky, let alone any cloud cover. And as I walked across the field, which is sort of through there, from as I face out of my basher, and sort of was coming along that direction, sort of all the way through there in retrospect to coming to the end of the gate, where sort of like the base area, our base camp is there. Walking across that field, I just sort of took it nice and slow and was looking up, and you could see all the different constellations. It was just nice just to experience that, so I slowed down a bit. Although I was feeling a bit hungry, I thought I'll just look up the stars, and it was just so brilliant. As I said yesterday, it was just great for the weather to have been really clement, and the kids to be able to come outside rather than sort of being stuck inside the tents. That's hardcore sort of all weathers, all terrains, you know. Makes no difference what the weather is, but for the kids, you know, they want to get out there, they don't want to be just stuck in a tent. It was just all really good sort of atmosphere. So yeah, then skewer the sausages. By the time I got over to base over there, skewer the sausages, and we just sat around having a chat till sort of round about midnight, and just savouring a night time in the outdoors, being around a campfire. So yeah, it was good, just being in the moment. Sometimes it went quiet and we were just looking at the coals and the flames of the fire, and having a brew. Some people were having a little tipple. It was good. It was a bit more chilly last night, Saturday night, than what it was on Friday, because of course being a clear sky Saturday, any warmth that did come through and the sun came out sort of late afternoon, was going around the farm shop and all around the facilities of the farm and sort of having a bit of a walkabout. The sky cleared, there was about maybe 20% cloud cover, which meant the sun was coming through and it was really warm. I was walking around with just a t-shirt on. So of course when it got to the night time, there was no cloud cover or atmospheric pressure above to keep any of the warmth, the sort of ground warmth in. So it got a little bit more nippy. So when I slept last night, same sleep kit, but I just noticed that I really did need to definitely put on this thermal liner, the old military issue Kung Fu jacket, as it's known. But just my t-shirt, norgie, then this, then me smock jacket. But then under my trousers, the old softy trousers, my old faithful, was my day trousers. But I did put on, just after it got dark, these sort of thermal liners, sort of like a long john type material. So they were against my legs, then the trousers on top. So I was sort of comfy with those when I was out and about last night. And then when I settled for the night, the old softies were put on. but it's a bit easier to see it this time. I've actually featured this before, but just to see it more open, because when I did actually feature the little foil thermal mat, really lightweight, weighs next to nothing. It was in my hooped bivvy when I spent a night out about a month ago, just under my Gore-Tex Dutch Army issue hooped bivvy, and I showed this mat here, sort of like an extra foil insulator, just there with a sort of foam back. It's really lightweight, it's very strong considering the light weightiness of it. And then my old faithful Army issue 1.2 metre inflatable thermarest type mat, the me 2 season Army sleeping bag. And then just as a pillow, a couple of bits and bobs in my small rucksack, my 2 sit mats underneath just to sort of bridge up, so that was my headrest. So sleep space along the length. The lower point, sort of where the ground is going, just very, very slightly down. That was foot point, so of course my head wants to be a little bit higher. So snug as a bug in a rug. So that was okay. But anyway, I'm going to get some scoff on the go now. I've got a couple of eggs that I'm going to fry up in the mess tin. Okay, so it's still a clear day. It's now just gone midday. Struck down my basher, my shell, so LNT, leave no trace. Got my 2 kit bags packed away, shelter kit in there, and obviously all my other sundries. And in here was my 10 litre water bottle, so that I had access without having to go to any of the taps on the farm. And in there was a little green bag with some communal food for myself and some of our group. So the few leftover people, but say people have been coming up and saying thanks for you know, organising the event, which was just basically simply being outdoors, no formalities to it, and everyone's really had a good time, and they're gagging for it to happen again. So whether we're definitely doing one next year, Roach will be organising that, and you know, we'll give any assistance that he needs, and maybe it might be biannually. And there could be another one maybe the latter part of the year, you know, if the demand is there and it can be organised, then, you know, all good stuff basically. Anyway, I'm going to kit up and get on a move out and make my way from where base camp is, which has all been cleared. The guys, V's left, and I'll be just making my way along there.
What are you doing, mate? I mean, at the end of the day...
Okay, this little track come down.
In a way, you've got to
kit on.
it speaks volumes to you guys, because people want to come up to you and say, fucking, I love your shit, and it just, it's your personality.
You can't swear.
Yeah.
That's the outtake.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
I can add it to that. Shall I do?
Right, anyway.
Pete Mindwiseman in Hertfordshire, take 2.
I think
There's where V's tent was, Roach's little tunnel bivvy, LNT. That's where some of the trucks were. That's the gate. So yeah, it's we're all ready to leave now. People that we've sort of met, and here's one of them.
Hello.
3. You've got to take that off. Down, there. Look at these 3 eggheads. Look.
I won't be able to see anything. The reflection of our heads.
It's a light bulb potty.
Boss.
Yeah, 2 o'clock. Check out the 5-volt. We've still got some bluebells, Pete.
Wood coming in from the west towards Stansted is full of them, absolutely beautiful.
Fed into ground, when the sun's come out, they just sprung all over the place.
Yeah, someone said there was a massive great colony, if that's a word for them.
Yeah, there's a bit up there.
Right up on the corner up there.
Yeah.
Oh, a few people left. A few stragglers.
I crashed into me basher, and I thought I didn't even bother taking things out of my pockets. I just made sure they're all done up. Took me boots off and fell asleep.
Nice. I had a bit of spiced rum last night.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, that was spot on.
Yeah.
And then V had some. She brought some James Scotch.
Oh, nice.
Which
yeah.
went down a tad. But I had a chocolate biscuit. I had a little swig. And it was like, oh, that's nice. What is it? Whiskey. I haven't had that for ages. Then I had a chocolate biscuit, and then another swig. And it was like chocolate biscuit prior to this Scotch. Mate, spot on. You heard it first here. Chocolate biscuits before you have a swig of Scotch. Really nice.
Yummy.
Where did you get that from? I ain't got any idea. 2 young lads came. So younger generation are getting into it. Well done, guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Your effort to turn up and bash her up and just have your interest in the outdoors. Yay! Wee! MTP man!
Hey.
Okay, we said our farewells over the past half hour or so. Some lads ready to leave there. And kit's hanging up. With a heavy duty military carabiner that was donated to me by my nephew, so thanks mates for that. And ready to get in Funky's vehicle. Right, man, ready to hit the road, yeah? Dong, dang, dang, dong, dang, dong, dang, dang.
Alright, so got to do 15-point turn.
Hey, we've been stuck here for about 20 minutes trying to get out of this 10 foot radius. Chunky bits here, look. You're going to stay in the hollows, yeah? Or you're going to... Whoa! Here we go. Whoa! Bouncy, bouncy! Don't open the gate. Oh, there's a cow in the way.
Have to go straight through. It's the aerial, but it twains.
Yeah, don't shut yourself in. Yeah, walking backwards. Oh, blimey, the gate's shut. I think if I had surplus money, I'd definitely invest in one. If I had sort of...
it's just 4 wheels going around together. You get out like the snow, mud, sand and everything.
Hope you enjoyed a sample of this invite that was sent out to YouTube subscribers that sort of follow our channels, interested in the outdoors, inspired to get out there and just sampling. There was much more that actually went on this weekend, but obviously there's just not enough time to film it, and sometimes it's better courtesy not to film every single conversation you're having with people, because obviously they might not want to be on film themselves. So, but it was a great experience for everybody, and maybe we'll meet up with you guys and new people that have not been here today and this weekend in a future meet. So as always, really appreciate your interest. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you in another video soon. Cheers, take care.